Yo, what up guys, Robbie Rowland here. Wanted to throw an analogy your guys' way. I've been trying to work my analogies a little bit better of recent because, yeah, we won't get into that. Anyways, today is gonna be like a trail running analogy and comparing that to the slope of a mound. So I'm a big trail guy. I like the trails. I grew up in Northern California, so hitting the trails, whether it be on a bike or running, walking, whatever it is. The analogy being gravity and acceleration and momentum and all that stuff. I've been doing a lot of things recently on how we should be able to utilize gravity when we're pitching on the mound, and when the gravity's influence and the gravity's effect on a mound, we should take advantage of that, because with the slope, we should be able to accelerate our bodies more, right? Our acceleration rate should be higher than it would be on a flat ground, okay? So I look at it kind of like if you're running on a trail, right? So the energy expenditure on a flat surface of the trail or the hike or whatever is X, right? You don't need to do a ton of energy, you don't need to express a ton of energy, but you still need to gain ground. If we're going up, you need to like get to the same speed that you were on a flat ground by expending more energy, right? But when you're on a slope and you're going down, if you were to want to accelerate, you would have to have the required stability to be able to make or gain ground without like going forward, dying and falling, right? Because remember, your brain is constantly in survival mode. It's protecting against threats. So if it perceives the angle, right, the slope or the angle of the mountain as a threat, knowing that you don't have the prerequisite of stability, strength, coordination, movement capacity, all those different things, then it's gonna what? You're gonna try to defy gravity, right? You're gonna try to go backwards while you're going down the slope, because of that dynamic of your brain protecting against itself. So it's a similar thing that I've been seeing a lot on a slope with guys that don't have the prerequisite stability, coordination, movement, ability, all of that thing. When they go to drive, they shoot aggressive hip coil and they try to defy that gravity. I don't necessarily know if it's a motor skill thing that they've just always been doing that. I know I've done that too on the mound. It's kind of something that I was taught. But then you look at guys with extremely high power output and watch their head position in relation to the center mass, right? They're always kind of in line. So you're able to control center mass and you're able to accelerate more. It's the same thing, like I would say on a trail and you're going downhill, if you have like the stability and coordination and all of those things that we alluded to earlier, then you can really accelerate your body, right? Like you can go fast. You just need to have the required, all of those things, so then your brain doesn't have to protect against that threat, right? Your central nervous system doesn't have to freaking shoot alarms all over to say, yo, we're gonna die. But once you showcase that ability and train that, then those motor learning skills will kick in. So it's kind of the same thing for the mound, right? You got to train that so then you can adapt to that motor learning. I hope that makes sense, dude. I like say these analogies sometimes in my head and I'm like, oh dude, that is fire. That's good. And then I'll like say it to someone else and they're like, I don't get it. So maybe it's me, I don't know. But that's kind of the way that I perceive it as far as defying gravity and not accepting gravity's influence, because there's velocity to be had with a slope on a trail, right? You can go faster, you just need to allow it. Guys that throw higher on a flat ground compared to a mound, like it should be the opposite, right? Think about it. Cheddar biscuit Bob. I got really scared at the last second and I freaking airmailed it and hit the Cracker Jack box selling guy. Okay.